Covering news where you live. This is 5 News.
Thank you for joining us here for the latest news and weather. I'm Joe Ellison.
And I'm Tiffany Lee. To get ahead of this week's storm system, ARDOT crews started pre-treating secondary roads over the weekend.
Yeah, they're focusing on those bridges, overpasses, and the less traveled highways first, laying down salt brine to keep ice from bonding there to the pavement.
Even though the temperatures are supposed to be pretty low, it still will wear down a little bit. So we're just trying to get that salt brine into the deepest parts of the roadway and the bridges so that, you know, when we get the storm on Tuesday morning through Tuesday night, Wednesday, and then those temperatures really begin to fall, that we've got as much possible treatment as we can.
Well, Parker says that road crews will keep pre-treating until the storm comes.
All right, let's check in with Stephen to see whenever that system is expected to come through. Stephen?
Yeah, that system's going to move in sometime by the time we get to Tuesday, right around the mid-morning hours. Anytime between 9 a.m. and 11 a.m. is really when we're expecting to see those first snowflakes across northwest Arkansas. We take a look at how this system is going to come in as, and across northwest Arkansas, we're expecting mostly that snow. As you work south into the river valley, though, that's where we're going to see a mix between that snow and that sleet coming down, and especially south of I-40, especially across places like southern Logan, southern Scott, and into parts of LaFleur County as well. That's where we'll see the greatest potential for some of that freezing rain and some of that sleet mixing in there as well. When we take a look at what we're expecting afterwards, that's going to come in the way of some very cold air across the area. Futurecast shows us this. We're going to see some snowflakes first coming down across northwest Arkansas, but as we progress into the afternoon and into the evening hours, that's when everybody's going to see some type of that winter precip. Across northwest Arkansas, that's where we're going to see mainly that snow and some really heavy bands mixing in there as well, leading us to higher accumulation. South of I-40, mainly dealing with some of that freezing rain first before transitioning over into those snowflakes. That's going to progress through Tuesday evening and into our Wednesday morning as well before finally that system clears out. This is a look at 7:30 on Tuesday, still dealing with some of that wintry mix in southern portions of the river valley, but across parts of northwest Arkansas, that snow is going to start before noon and last throughout most of the evening and into early on Wednesday morning before that system finally moves away. So that snow and ice forecast for you, mainly looking at 6 to 8 inches in extreme parts of northwest Arkansas, across portions of Washington County into Madison County. Higher elevation, we could see anywhere between 3 to 6 inches of snow. As you move south into the river valley, mainly looking at a sleet snow mix up to accumulation around 1 to 3 inches. Not enough to be included into that winter storm warning, but again, those slick spots will be possible in and around I-40 and especially south of I-40, Scott, Logan, Sebastian, and LaFleur County. We're going to be dealing with low amounts of snow, but higher amounts of that ice accumulation. Anywhere between 1/10 up to 1/4 of an inch of ice will be possible south of I-40. That's going to lead to some slick spots. That's going to lead to the potential of some power outages. The concern then after that would be how cold it's going to be. Wind chill values on Wednesday morning anywhere between -5 and -15 in northwest Arkansas. Single digits across the river valley, across northwest Arkansas and the river valley for Thursday. We're dealing with everybody starting off into the negative territory between -5 and -20 for our coldest day this week. Friday, we're still dealing with single digits or negatives outside when it comes to what it's going to feel like in the morning hours. Northwest Arkansas over the next 7 days, weather impact alert for us Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday. Again, Tuesday is the day that we're going to be seeing the greatest potential for some snow, and then Wednesday and Thursday, the concern will be how cold it's going to be outside. Again, across the river valley, not the highest snow accumulation, but definitely more of a concern of that sleet and that freezing rain potential as well. Wednesday and Thursday, we're going to be seeing those wind chill values at some dangerous levels.
All right, thanks for that, Stephen. Well, police are asking for your help locating a woman who went missing 9 years ago. This is Tammy Jo Threlkill, who disappeared on the morning of February 16th, 2016, near Siloam Springs. Over the weekend, the Benton County Sheriff's Office shared this photo with details on her disappearance.
She was last seen standing near a wooded area by her home on Bollinger Lane in southern Siloam Springs. Investigators say she hasn't been seen or heard from since. If you have any information, you're asked to reach out to the Benton County Sheriff's Office.
And protesters are planning together today at the Washington County Courthouse for a protest.
Organizers say that they'll be focused on issues surrounding the Trump administration and protesting policies that they believe threaten America's democratic institutions.
Overall outcome is to connect people with their community and the boots on the ground organizations that are already doing the good work. We want people to connect with them, to connect with each other, to empower each other, and then to take action now.
Well, the protest will be part of a nationwide movement happening on President's Day called the National Day of Protest in Arkansas, seeing an increase in HIV and syphilis cases, raising concerns for public health officials.
5 News reporter Jose Carranza shows us what's behind the rising numbers and what resources are available to help reverse the trend.
Arkansas health officials are sounding the alarm about rising STI and HIV cases, especially in central and northwest parts of the state. Deputy State Health Officer Dr. Naveen Patil says the numbers from the CDC are concerning.
For the population we are ranked really highly. So we are among the 7 states, in most of them are in southern U.S. that are actually part of the ending the HIV epidemic plan.
Arkansas reported more than 300 new HIV cases in 2023, and syphilis cases continue to be a major concern. Patil says congenital syphilis, which affects newborns, has increased by 500% over the past decade.
Any death is devastating, especially if you lose babies before they are born or at birth, or having lifelong complications for newborn children when these can be prevented by a single shot of medication.
Dr. Patil says high-risk behaviors such as unprotected sex and drug use are contributing to the rise in cases. During the pandemic, numbers went down, but Patil says those could be misleading.
COVID did disrupt the healthcare delivery and a lot of things, making people take high-risk behaviors and not seeking timely care.
The Arkansas Department of Health offers free STI testing and HIV screenings at county health units statewide.
If you are having sex, you need to be tested. If you are in high-risk behavior, you need to be tested regularly. And they also need to be counseled on safe sexual practices.
However, Dr. Patil says there are ways for affected individuals to live normally.
If they are discovered to have this disease, they should get on treatment because these medications can be life-saving and miraculous, and you can live a normal lifestyle, just like any other person without HIV.
Covering news where you live, Jose Carranza, 5 News.
Well, thank you for joining us here for the latest news and weather. Catch up with us again tomorrow right here for more.
Have a great day.